We are kicking things off with massive news. The Rock has made a huge promise for local kids. Primary school pupils at St. Gregory Primary School in Sudbury, Suffolk, were absolutely shocked when Dwayne Johnson personally reached out to them. We dive into how this viral social media moment led to a surprise invitation for a free trip to see his new movie. You will not believe the reaction. Say about his experience abroad. And finally, we get into the deep dive on the Smashing Machine movie review. We look at how Dwayne Johnson tried to shed his blockbuster persona in this role, and we weigh in on the performances of both Johnson and Emily Blunt. Don't miss this full breakdown of the film's highs and lows. Stay with us for the rest of the news. A primary school in Sudbury, Suffolk, has experienced an extraordinary moment after students successfully contacted Hollywood megastar Dwayne The Rock Johnson, resulting in a promise of a free trip to see his new Moana film. The excitement escalated dramatically when Johnson responded directly to the students, assuring them he would hire a cinema for them to watch the movie. The initiative began in January when students at St. Gregory Primary School recorded a social media video, hoping to gain the actors' attention. Head teacher Daniel Woodrow informed the pupils that if The Rock saw the clip, he would arrange an end-of-year cinema trip for them to see the live-action Moana. Following the video's viral success, Johnson sent a personal video message. In the message, Johnson expressed being moved by the students' initiative, confirming his intention to find and rent a theater for the group. He also promised to cover all the treats the students could eat. During the exchange, Johnson demonstrated a notable knowledge of the school, its vision, and its motto, life in all its fullness, sharing personal anecdotes about how this resonated with him and his daughters. The message was shown to the students during an assembly a few weeks prior, but the school was only authorized to release the video publicly this week. Head teacher Woodrow stated that the children were initially shocked when they saw the video, but once they processed the interaction with Maui himself, they were absolutely thrilled. He described the experience as incredible and unbelievable. Love on the Spectrum star Dani Bowman has sharply criticized the writers of Euphoria and Dwayne The Rock Johnson for the normalization and use of the R-word in popular culture. Speaking to TMZ on Friday, May 15, Bowman expressed deep frustration, stating, "We worked too hard for inclusion and acceptance to normalize the R-word again." As a member of the autism spectrum, Bowman emphasized the historical context of the term, noting that it has been weaponized for decades to bully, humiliate, and dehumanize neurodiverse individuals. She argued that its resurfacing as edgy or funny represents a regression, asserting that representation is meaningless if respect vanishes when the language is deemed trendy. Bowman also addressed Dwayne Johnson's use of the word during Netflix's roast of Kevin Hart, expressing disappointment despite respecting his career. She stressed that words with a history of being used to mock disability have a significant impact, and that comedy should not target communities that have fought for respect. This commentary follows growing scrutiny of Euphoria's content, particularly Season 3, which has faced backlash for boundary-pushing scenes, including gang rape and nudity, alongside the frequent use of the R-word in several episodes of the final season. Katie Nees, CEO of the ARC of the United States, echoed these concerns in an op-ed for Teen Vogue, arguing that pop culture dictates what is considered normal. And when shows like Euphoria integrate the R word into ordinary dialogue, they actively shape cultural norms rather than simply reflecting them. Hollywood superstar Dwayne Johnson has revealed that the biographical sports drama film, The Smashing Machine, has profoundly impacted his life, particularly through his experience filming in Japan. Johnson stated that shooting the movie in the land of the rising sun fostered a deeper appreciation and curiosity for Japanese culture, which he subsequently began to embody in his own lifestyle. Johnson shared excitement about the film's recent theatrical release in Japan, noting that the film has just premiered there, with streaming availability following the theatrical run. He highlighted the unique distribution landscape, mentioning that Japan's theatrical window was originally scheduled for May 2026. I am absolutely thrilled Japanese fans can finally see our film. The Smashing Machine changed my life in many ways, and the time I spent in Japan filming our movie instilled a deeper appreciation and curiosity for Japanese culture that I ultimately began to embody and apply to my own lifestyle, Johnson commented. He concluded with a warm message to his fans. Japan, enjoy The Smashing Machine, and I'll see you this July when I return to your island nation. The film stars Dwayne Johnson as former amateur wrestler and MMA fighter Mark Kerr, alongside Emily Blunt as Kerr's girlfriend, with supporting roles featuring Ryan Bader, Boz Rutten, and Oleksandr Usyk. The movie premiered at the 82nd Venice International Film Festival on September 1, 2025, where it secured the Silver Lion. The narrative chronicles the true story of mixed martial arts and UFC fighter Mark Kerr, whose relentless pursuit of greatness made him a legend, but nearly cost him everything. Johnson's next upcoming project is the live-action adaptation of Moana, directed by Thomas Kyle and starring Johnson alongside Catherine Laguea. The Smashing Machine is a compelling, unconventional drama that attempts to redefine the sports movie genre by focusing intensely on character over conventional plot mechanics. Directed and written by Benny Safdie, the film centers on Dwayne Johnson as Mark Kerr, exploring the duality of his life. His career as a mixed martial artist and UFC champion, contrasted with his personal struggles, including a romantic relationship with Dawn Staples, played by Emily Blunt, and battles with addiction. Safdie deliberately keeps the narrative in a low-key register, prioritizing character and incident over a straightforward plot trajectory. This approach demands powerful performances to anchor the story, making Dwayne Johnson's casting an intriguing test of his dramatic range. Johnson moves away from his typical blockbuster persona, playing Mark Kerr as a subdued, gentle giant who transforms into a formidable force in the ring. While some critics view this as an attempt at an Oscar performance, the portrayal is noted for its poignant, subdued emotional depth, successfully stripping away celebrity bravado to reveal a human undercurrent. Johnson excels in explosive scenes, particularly in confrontations with Emily Blunt, creating electric moments. However, the performance shows slight faltering in more subdued emotional sequences, particularly those depicting vulnerability related to addiction. Emily Blunt delivers a solid performance as Dawn Staples, the girlfriend and eventual wife. While praised for her versatility, the character is described as lacking sufficient depth to leave a lasting emotional impact, despite Blunt's strong capabilities. The film's greatest strength, its subversion of sports movie conventions, is also its primary weakness. Safdie effectively uses brutal, intimate fight sequences that mirror the rawness of Mark's personal life, yet the screenplay struggles to provide sufficient depth for supporting characters, including Blunt's role. While performances are generally strong, the screenplay could be improved to elevate the overall narrative. Ultimately, The Smashing Machine is a film marked by creative filmmaking and strong performances. It succeeds in delivering a gritty, effective product that surprises viewers accustomed to the genre. While Dwayne Johnson is not yet established as a leading dramatic actor, the role demonstrates his potential. Despite its flaws, the film offers an engaging, if imperfect, exploration of human struggle.